Hello and welcome to our podcast. Jared's trying to make noises here at the beginning. So we're all here. I'm Pierman. This is Josh.
And Jared.
Awesome. And we're here recording this episode, so let's start right now. The number one thing that I want to point out is Apple just came out with its new iPad, and it's been a big hype. They've been really pushing it in the media and stuff like that. But something I've been noticing is every billboard that is advertising an iPad still has the iPad 2 billboards up.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I know, and there's this one billboard not too far from my house where consistently for like the past 3 years it's been nothing but Apple billboards. It's like they bought it out or something, and it still has the iPad 2 billboard. And on the way coming here to record this, I also passed one that said iPad 2.
Yeah, I know like at least 3 or 4 of them that still have iPad 2.
It's suffice to say there are no iPad 3 billboards. And I was like, what's up with that? And Jared had a funny joke, which both of us agreed on, which is that, do you want to say it?
Yeah. Okay, what they want to do is like they lower the price so that you buy that one first, and then you see the new one came out, and you're like, oh no, mine's obsolete. So then you go and buy that one too.
Right, they don't want you to buy iPad 3. They want you to still think, oh yeah, I need an iPad 2, and then buy it. And then when you get there, like, you buy it, and they're like, oh, it's iPad 3, and you're going to be like, son of a gun, and like turn around and buy that one too. So,
I don't know why. Well, I do know why.
They want you to buy iPad 2 still.
I was a little shocked when they announced it, and they just called it the new iPad.
Right.
And they didn't call it iPad 3 or iPad HD. They just called it the new iPad.
Right. Does this fall into your theory about, or what is said, where people will have a hard time differentiating the brands?
Well, because, they don't call their MacBooks, they don't call it the MacBook 7. They just call it the MacBook, the 7th generation or whatever, the 2011 MacBook.
Right.
They don't call it MacBook 5 or something. They just, so I have a feeling they're going to stop doing that.
So you think like iPad 4 will just be like iPad? Or the new
it'll be
iPad?
iPad 4th generation. Or, I don't know, even the new, the next iPhone, they're just going to call it the new iPhone. The funny thing about that, I hate it how everybody keeps thinking they're going to call the next one iPhone 5, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
Because
also
iPhone, iPhone 3G, 3GS, iPhone 4, iPhone 4S, iPhone 5, number 6 is iPhone 5. No, that's stupid. Makes no sense.
Well, yeah, they didn't do that with their iPods either. Like, people call them like Generation 5 iPod.
Oh yeah, my iPod Touch.
Right, but they didn't call
generation.
it. Yeah, they didn't. It was generation, but they didn't call it. They didn't call it like iPhone 5 or anything.
As long as they don't call it something like Final Fantasy or something like that, I'll be fine.
iPhone dash 4.
Yeah. iPhone 2-4.
iPhone 4S-2.
Oh man. All right. But when you say that, I'm starting to just think it would be kind of neat to have like an iPhone with like a picture of like a Final Fantasy character.
No, it wouldn't.
Really?
Oh. No.
I mean, it would say you're a total nerd, but
I mean, it's just not that. It's just like Final Fantasy and iPhone. Oh man!
But remember,
imagine how much just for the logo of that character it's gonna cost.
That would cost a lot of money.
So.
Yeah, the licensing. Because remember, there was a cell phone cross promotion with Final Fantasy. I remember that picture because I had a picture of Cloud on the phone, and like because cell phones for some reason a big deal in Advent children. Yeah, and cell phones were a big deal in Advent children, and there's that whole picture where it's like him on the Cloud on the phone, and it's like advertising Nokia or I don't know. It may not have been Nokia, but it was some company. So I mean, they've already did a crossover there, but yeah, that would cost a lot of money. So that'd be interesting. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, it's probably I doubt literally they want you to like go buy an iPad 2 and then have to buy an iPad 3, but it'd be funny to think that. I mean, Apple does like to do crazy things like that,
any company really.
Well, yeah, but Apple always consistently, knowingly holds back the technology just to release a new one with technology.
I'm surprised they still priced it the same. I thought they would price it more expensive, considering what's in it.
Yeah, considering what's in it, yeah.
Considering it's a 9.7-inch display, yet it has a higher resolution than like a 50-inch TV display that you're going to find at Costco.
Well, I think it's smarter that they're keeping it at the same price because it's like, how, I mean, kind of going to like a little bit to the Nintendo 3DS. Remember how the 3DS, like, it was priced like really high and no one bought it at all. But then when it dropped, everyone started buying it.
I remember I kept defending that.
I remember you defending that too.
Yes, you do.
You were talking about developers and the R&D that were into it.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just like
no, but I don't defend it anymore. I actually do think because considering it has 3D on it, but it's like okay, but with the technology that's in there, I mean Apple has far superior technology in their iPhone.
I'm going to defend you here because you made a good point about R&D. People forget about R&D.
Research and development.
Right, yeah. But at the same time, there is always a markup. Like, whenever you see a product, there's always going to be a markup. Like, it's going to be less than half to actually manufacture those things.
Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that, but I'm just saying, like, it is a little overpriced considering Apple has products that are cheaper, mobile devices, mind you, that are cheaper than the 3DS, and they're far more capable. So it's like, I don't see why Nintendo did that.
The best way to get something like this, though, if you can, is to wait about a year and a half, and then ask your friends if they have one that they just never use, and if it's like in the box, because that's actually.
I've been meaning to ask you guys for some electronics.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I do with my 3DS. Yeah. I mean, I got mine for $120.
It's like, hey, Josh, you still using your old iPhone or iPad, or was it iPod?
Actually,
yeah, I know you said you were still using it.
No, I was trying to sell this one. Actually.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like,
it's like I want to get a 4S, and there's no point in having a.
Yeah, but so let's go on to the specs of the new iPad anyway.
Oh yeah.
So, for people who don't know,
iPad,
they're too lazy to Google it.
Yeah, Google it, retard.
Or if it's in the description, they don't check it.
Yeah. There's nothing down there. You don't have to read anything. It's not going to be.
Yeah. There's no actually at the very bottom of the description. If you scroll down the page, at least like for about an hour and a half, there's actually one thing that you will find at the end that you'll enjoy, but. There's so many spaces.
Well, what
you have to keep scrolling. Otherwise,
you have to keep scrolling about.
There's a link, and you got it. No.
There's a link to getting a free iPad. We'll send it to you if you subscribe. You'll go on the drawing.
And none of that is true.
We're trolling you.
Yeah, exactly. There was no free iPad.
I don't think we should have told him that.
Or you're going to be selected to test the iPad. I don't want to
get sued.
Sued for what?
I know. I don't want to get sued.
I'm going to sue you.
Oh yeah, but anyway, but there was no. Wait, but. You can subscribe. That would be nice. If you subscribe and leave comments, we'll read your comments here and it'll make you feel special.
Yeah. I'll make you feel special. Not like that,
though. Oh, yeah, but anyways, it has the A5X chip.
Okay.
Whatever that is.
What does that do?
Yeah.
It's the Apple chip. They had the A5 in the iPad, too. Now this one's A5X.
Oh, like the PSP has their own video thing or memory card.
Memory cards, yeah.
Yeah, okay, but anyway, that's different.
This one is dual core, but it's quad core graphics. A different camera on it, which nobody really. But here's the thing: people like to complain about the camera. They're like, "Why would you need a camera on it? Nobody, look retarded filming with this big old tablet." I was like, "Yeah, well, I would rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it."
Exactly, that's a good point.
And then 4G LTE.
Okay.
Finally.
Yeah, which I've been hearing a lot of people do say they like that, combined with the better screen graphics, and it just moves faster online.
Yeah, I forgot to mention Retina display.
Right.
2048 by 1536 resolution, which, if you don't know, 1920 by 1080 is 1080p. So the fact that this is beyond 1080p.
I like to make up numbers.
I don't know if this would apply to tablets too. The new iPhone tablets coming out. But I heard that they're actually making something called like a PSP Suite or something like that, where you can actually play like PlayStation 1 games like on your device, and it's actually like a legal way to do it.
Are you talking about the Xperia Play?
I don't know. Was that legal?
There was a Sony phone that was like a PSP phone. Basically, you can play like PSP games on it, and it had like a slide-out control pad.
Well, I know they're making like a suite for like phones now to do that. I don't know if that would also apply to tablets now, but if it did, that'd be really cool to play a PlayStation 1 game on like an iPhone tablet.
The iPad still doesn't support like Flash though, right?
They're not going to do that.
I know, because they hate Flash.
They hate Flash. No,
well, you can always get it on there.
I think there's a way you can do it now, but I mean, the thing is, Apple they've been very firm about not supporting Flash.
What's that like not bootleg, but generic Flash?
Flash.
They always use. What is it? It's another name.
HTML5?
Yeah, 5. HTML5.
Well, that's the new one that's emerging that they're saying it's better because it's more secure.
Right.
The problem with Flash is that it's a CPU hog, it's a memory hog.
It's a CPU hog.
So basically, you try to run like 3 different Safari tabs that are all Flash websites. Your browser's going to go and crash.
Yeah. Oh, I know that all too well. I remember when I jailbroke my iPhone. And, I put Flash on there, I think it's called, or something like that.
Oh, it really was called Flash.
Yeah, it's really called Flash. It's like the bootleg version of Flash. And then I tried to open one page with Flash, and I clicked on Flash, and then it crashed on me. So I was like, well, that was pointless. So,
So are they gonna ever feature HTML5 on their iPads?
No, I think it already does.
Okay, yeah, I thought it did too. I wasn't sure.
I think you can go like on Vimeo and watch videos.
Oh wow, Vimeo.
Vimeo, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, can I use YouTube?
No,
you can because there's a separate app for that.
There is. Yeah, I remember people saying that. What's it called? There's something else I was thinking of. There's the iPads, which people are. But yeah, I don't know. It's like I think if it had Flash, I'd be a little bit more quick to be interested. I mean, there are tablets. I think like Samsung Galaxy's Tab has Flash. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's the Android.
Yeah, they're Android ones. But it's like Flash is just so much of what you do now. Do you think Apple's hurting themselves?
The reason why is because Steve Jobs always said it's a kind of a technology that's dying.
Do you think they're hurting themselves by continuing to...
Well, it's the same thing like, do you think they're hurting themselves by not putting a CD drive in the MacBook Air?
That's true.
Probably not, because the CD is dying.
And Mac does its own thing anyway.
And yeah, Mac, although they still have their CD drives in there, but they don't actually put Blu-ray support. But again, CDs are dying.
We've got Microsoft. I just saw this. Microsoft is, they have all their Xbox stuff. They will not break out into the handheld market, which right about now seems pretty wise considering how well the Vita is selling and stuff.
But I don't think they would.
No, I don't think they would. Do you think Mac would ever go, or Apple would go so far as to ever do a video game market, and what do you think it would be like?
They already do have one.
On
their iPods, technically.
Well, yeah, but those come across games, more as they're like, almost like big phone games.
Yeah, I mean they're basically ways to pass the time so that you can wait to die.
Bigger folks. Sheesh.
That's not.
That's really
depressing.
Having a hard time in your life right now. Things are hard.
Yeah.
Just remember, you're leaving all your iPods to me when you die. Anyway,
actually, I think you should give them to me. And I'll give him a couple, and then I'll sell them.
All right, we'll see about that.
Wait, why are we even
vulturing?
Yeah, we're even like vulturing for his stuff. Like, he's not even close to dying. He's like, but when you do die, I'm taking it.
It's like, how you feeling? A little cough? No. Anyway, you've got like a knife. I shall assist in your suicide.
Sprinkle a little bit of special sauce in there.
Oh man, no, that's okay. Josh is fine. But yeah, so what do you think if they have like a real, like, what if Apple made an actual console?
They actually did back in the day, like in 1990s or something.
I don't know about this, so explain.
It was a failure. It was a failure. Well, I don't remember exactly. I remember it was like on the top 10 game trailers. Oh crap, I don't remember.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But
yeah, it was basically it was a home console. I think it was CD based. It was like in the 90s.
That sounds vaguely familiar, actually.
Yeah, it was on. If you look at like the top 10 worst consoles from game trailers, you're gonna find it. It's on their top 10 list.
Okay.
Second, what was that thing?
It was like in that same Genesis SNES era.
Yeah, Genesis. Was
so let's speculate though. Okay, so let's say you got a console. I'm imagining, like those little Wi-Fi ports, the air port, like it's like a little round thing, like a pebble. I'm imagining it's gonna be like a big stone pebble thing, and it's like you put the disc in, like the disc, and it like disappears somewhere. What do you think gameplay would be like on like with the Apple mentality? What do you think that would be like? Just speculating.
I have no idea.
I think it would be great.
I think it'd be like really airy. Like I think basically it would look like Portal almost. You know?
Yeah, but Portal was a great game.
It is a great game. No, I'm not downing.
No, I know.
I'm just saying, like it's a great
game.
game.
Here's the thing, though, because
I don't think they'd have a lot of like Japanese fan service.
I don't think they're gonna make a device that is devoted to just doing one thing, though. If you notice, I mean, you look at their iPods, their iPhones. I mean, they're multitasking devices. They do so many things in one thing. So, I mean, it could be they release like an Apple TV. Like the Apple TV. They release that little box happens to be able to do games. Right. Like the what is it, On Live? The cloud gaming.
Yeah.
After you jailbroke
it. Yeah. I would think maybe they'll do something like that. I don't know, but I would doubt that they're going to do something that's like devoted just to doing one thing.
Yeah, I would think I guess just offhand, I would think their games would, if they did, would look a lot like their aesthetic design would just be like really clean and white and in style. Yeah. So, but I mean, yeah, it could be a disaster too. Who knows? But I mean, that's just speculation. The world may never know.
Yeah. If only
just like
Steve Jobs was alive.
Really quickly, that's sad. Yeah. What do you think? How do you think they'd sell coming in this late? Just really quickly, like how do you think that would sell if like they came out, competing with Xbox and stuff?
Oh, That's really difficult to say.
Well, since people get, I mean, if you're trying to compare iPad to like a gaming system, like the new one, well, I think everyone would go for the Xbox.
Yeah, because I don't think the people who buy
the new
iPad
buy games.
Yeah,
because the new iPad has graphics that are really similar to the new current consoles.
Yeah, all right, that's a good point. That's true. All right, so we'll have to leave it at that, and that concludes this episode. See you guys later.
Right.
Oh, going back to that again.
Yeah.
Bye.